And I absorb all those words and decided to give my life over to Christ. And since then I know that life is a roller coaster. But I can confess here that since then, it's not in a roller coaster anymore. It's an up. This marriage, there's no teeth in this marriage. This is gum. Pure gum in this marriage. No teeth. Yeah, after that.
Welcome to the new Foundation Christian Ministries B1 Marriage and Family Video Podcast. I am your host, Donald McFarlane, and with me today is
your co-host, Natalie Irving Mattox. I just want to quickly thank our viewers for tuning in each week. Remember to send us your comments, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow our social media platforms.
Thank you so much, Natalie. And today,
yes,
we have a very special guest on set. I am excited to be part of this particular session as I share with two of my friends. They are the Josephs, Andre and Sandra Josephs, who are here. I am trying to give you a little understanding. So Sandy, as is affectionately called, is an administrator. She is quite a reserved but resourceful person. Reserved, Sandy does not even like this limelight, but her being here shows more of her love for me than for Joe. Because Joe preached like Paul, but perhaps she didn't come to the altar. But anyhow, no wonder later on you'll understand Sandy's role in the ministry as it relates to me, hence her being here. There are some budding things about Sandy that you are not aware of. But this is the day of revelation. For some people in the church have not been able to hear her sing, but she's a singer. They have not heard her DJ, but she's been taught how to DJ. Right? By her husband. What can we say introducing this man? Joe, as we affectionately call him. Joe is actually an engineer. He specializes in project management. He's a man who is responsible for many of the prominent buildings, the draftsman work, buildings that are here in Kingston, Jamaica, and certainly across our nation. But this Joe, we can't say everything now. As we progress, we will tell you some things about him, but he's a movie star.
Yeah. Oh dear.
At least he wants to be a movie star. Yes. He's a man who has never
got many words,
yes,
talents.
Right, indeed. And he has not gotten the full blessing of his church leadership to put him on the choir. But he's a singer. Yes. I'm sure it would remiss of me not to talk about his love for the game of dominoes.
Yes.
Yes, he's out in the social media for many a men whom he has beaten. Yes, and has taken some good beatings too. But this is a Joe, the singer, the actor, the movie star. Welcome to the Josephs on set.
Thank you so much for coming, Sandy. Thank you so much for coming, Joe.
I don't remember giving an introduction that has been so long. But because of multiple things about these persons.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that, we can just talk and provide education, information,
yes,
and inspiration to our viewing population.
Yes.
But Natalie, you are going to...
Right. I have a little game in store. So I'm going to be doing a little activity. It's called How Well Do You Know Your Spouse? So how long have you two been married again?
19 years.
19 years of marriage. So let's see how well do they really know each other. So let me start with you, Joe. So the first question is, what is Sandy's favorite color? Sandy, please don't hint anything.
Well, based on the color of her car, I would say red, you know.
All right. Sandy, what do you think?
Yes, yeah, that's right.
All right. One up.
All right. What is Sandy's favorite body part?
Favorite, I would say her rear end.
Do we want to win?
No, help me to understand the question. No, help me to understand the question. Are you deleting this question? What he's talking about himself. All right.
What's himself? I was trying to make a joke. The joke flop on me. All right, so the next question. All right, cut that one down. What about, so what is Sandy's, what's her favorite food?
Well, I would say chicken. She fool around other stuff, but I would say chicken is her favorite.
Correct.
Correct.
Alright.
Okay.
2 up.
All right, 2 up. All right. Bishop, you want to ask any?
No, I'll wait till the surprise.
All right. What is her? What about her favorite movie?
Well, I think what Julia Roberts. I know it's a Julia Roberts movie, but the name not clicking. Yeah, Pretty Woman. Yeah, Pretty Woman.
Sunday, what? So he knows his wife. All right. So what about her? If you should, what's her favorite pastime then? Or hobby? What does she like to do?
Sandy is such a reserved person. Pastime, I know she used to do a little netball. But outside of that, she just...
At home, what would she do like for at home? What do more see her liking to do?
Well, if we have guests over, she would play Ludi or so. If not, she will be on her tablet listening some music or playing some game of the sort.
Okay. What do you like to do, Sandy?
I like to entertain. Yes, I love to entertain. When I'm at home and I have guests over, that's a big thing for me. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Close. Yeah. Close. She know her well enough. So what about her favorite song? The last question. What is her favorite
song? It's a gospel song, Bringing Me Down. Yeah.
Grace Trader.
Oh, okay, all right. So give him a round of applause. All right, good job, Joe. All right, so let me do a quick one now with Sandy. Let me see how well does she know her husband. All right, so what is his favorite color?
All right, so I know he likes bright colors, yellow, orange, and earth tone colors as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah, well, he did say, he likes earth tone, so you're right. Yeah.
So that's it for you?
Yeah.
So what
if there's a number one color, what would you say?
I probably would say yellow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Nice.
In the same kind of earth tone, right?
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so what's his favorite song?
Favorite song? Favorite.
And he likes to sing it, I think.
Oh, it's different
Gospel
genre.
song, yes. What's his favorite gospel song?
He likes this song by, and Eben does it.
Oh, yeah.
What's that song?
Mighty God. Yeah.
God all by yourself. All right.
He'll be walking sometime, we just hear, Mighty God.
Right. And then with no question at all. I mean, this is not brain teaser at all. What's his favorite sport? No teaser.
That's
so easy.
It's easy.
All right, let's wrap that up. So I think that's a good little segment that introduce the both of them and see how well they know each other. So good to have you again. Over to you again, Bishop.
Very well. All right, so help us then with my viewers to understand a little more about you. I know you are from quite stable background family-wise, but with you, son, if you don't mind me asking, you were born and grown up where?
So I was born in Kingston.
Yeah.
Yeah, then I moved to St. Catherine. I think when I was about maybe 8, about that
Okay.
age. Yeah. And then moved back to Kingston. Yeah, as an adult.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you're a city girl.
City girl.
All right.
But my parents are actually, they are from Trelawney.
Originally
From Trelawney, Warsaw, Trelawney, and then they moved to Kingston, for a better life.
Okay.
So they moved to Kingston and started family, everything.
Very well. Well, I've had the good fortune of meeting your parents, who are quite godly people. So you were grown up in a kind of stable family with godly influence on church life and all that kind of thing?
Yes.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that kind of part of your family and your siblings.
Okay. So a big family. 10 of us.
Oh, they are the quiver
5
full.
boys, yes. 5 boys, 5 girls, but 1 died. My brother died, so 9 of us right now. And so 4 boys, and they're all Christians.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, one brother, he has been a pastor for a while now. Another brother was recently ordained as a minister.
Okay.
Yeah, and my other 2 brothers are also Christians. 2 of my sisters migrated, one in Canada and one is in my youngest sister, she's in New York.
Okay.
Yes, so it's myself and another one. She's also, but she's not a Christian.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Right, so it's really a Christian family.
Yeah.
You have grown up
and my
in.
parents have been a Christian all their life.
Yeah. And in a capturing way, what was life growing up for you like? Perhaps someone might say a typical growing up, but what was it like for you and going into school and so on? What are some of your better memories?
Well, I was always a quiet child. I can remember that. So quiet, I must tell you all that my brothers and sisters, they would all go to church. I would go to a different church because I like a quiet church.
Oh.
Yeah. So they would all go to mom and daddy's church, and then I would I decided, I used to go to mom and dad's church and decided that this church is too noisy for me. Then I would find myself another church. I remember when I was trying to find a church, I went to this church in the Catholic Church in St. Catherine.
Right.
And I said, no man, this one is too quiet for me. And then I went in search again, because Daddy, he was like, you're not staying in here, staying in this house when everybody else is going to church. You have to find a church. So my excuse was that church is too noisy. And then I found me a church, Philippa Baptist, that's in Spanish Town. And that church was just so perfect for me. And I have been going to Philippa Baptist for years. And while my parents and other siblings, they went to Church of God in Spanish Town.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And we want to transition to Joe, but so school life for you, anything stood out? Were you the quiet 100-meter sprinter or what was it?
No. I used to play netball, yes, but not in the competitive. Just sports, netball. Netball was one of my favorite sports. I went to Arden, and then I went to. I think I started working, and I went to school part-time, went to college, etc. Part-time to further my studies. And that's really
you're growing up.
But I was always a quiet child.
Quiet girl. Okay. They say opposite poles attract.
This one is a good example.
we come down to you now, Joe. For you, well, I had not the privilege of meeting your parents because they predeceased my time of being around. But I have felt their impact, having learned of them from your family and certainly from the church that they were yoked to. So share with us a bit of the influence of these godly parents that you had.
Well, I will start by saying I'm from a place called Constitution. way up in the hills under the nose of God.
All right.
We went, well, my mom was big. When I say big, I want to spell it with a capital.
Yeah.
B, because, big starts with B, but my big is capital B.
Yes.
She was big on education.
Oh.
And so she introduced us to Mona Primary, which we were the only family in that hills attend Mona Primary when everybody else were going to.
Because Mona Primary, there was a big school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we it's a rural area. We are familiar with everything else that went on in the other country area. We were exposed to both, town and country at the same time because we have to come down the hills from Mona Primary. Education, high school starts, move on to college. It was 5 sisters, 3 boys, including myself. My mommy, where we were brought up in the church, my daddy was in and out of there, and but he insists that we have to be in church. Yeah, we cannot stay home on a Sunday. So we were brought up in the model Church of God, the model Church of God. Yeah. Yes. So we have branches all over. One in Kingston, one up in the Ardsdale Constitutional area, one in Goshen, and one in St. Louis. So the pastor would visit each of them on a Sunday. So Ardsdale was the 3rd Sunday.
Yes.
Yeah, my siblings, well, all 4 of my sisters of the 5 are older than I am.
Okay.
Yeah, and well, 2 brothers. One is younger and one is older.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. So so you would say you had a kind of godly influence.
Very much so. Very much so. I probably should accept Jesus Christ as my personal savior from long ago. But stubbornness and other things influence otherwise.
Yes.
But the principle that I was brought up in and that were taught to me, I could not overlook those growing up. So I will still visit and keep in touch with Christ through just visitation and all of that until I learn more. Right.
I'm just thinking a little bit without, you talk about school and went on in particular study. You had and still have a very good friend by the name of Evan Walters.
Very much so, man. We met at Stats.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we met at Stats. I remember doing an holiday job before. So I was 6 weeks late for first year when I was going CAS at the time. It was CAS, now UTech. So when I went there, I was 6 weeks late. I told everybody that I'm pretty much bright, so I will catch up. So I will catch up. So Evan and I, known as the Shabba, pretty close from 87 up to now. Yeah.
Okay. So he had to catch up for 6 weeks, or?
Well, Evan is pretty bright at educational subject, writing subject.
Yes.
And we're pretty much opposite. Like the physics and the chemistry and the maths and so forth. So we are totally opposite on those.
Complementing again. All right, sir. So definitely these are 2 young children, teenagers, whatever, growing up into adulthood, who have godly parents and community and so on. So we'll have to ask them, because he said perhaps he should have given himself to Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So we want to hear. Let me ask you then both to give us an understanding, because you're not Christians, are you?
Very much so.
They are Christians.
Yeah.
So help us to understand how you came into this Christianity, which seemed to obviously different from just go in church.
Right.
Well,
Right. I remember 2015, I had an operation at Andrews. And I remember I told Sandy we weren't on any speaking terms at that time. So I told Sandy I was going to do an operation. And she took the day from work and she came by Andrews.
Hold on. Sorry to miss Bernie because we can't afford to miss just some of these things. Now, you said you told Sandy, who's your wife, but at this time, you were not on speaking terms. Right. No, that's not conflicting. I'm just saying you are that if you were not, kosher. And although that sensitivity and perhaps even estrangement, because I wasn't there, I'm just trying to understand. But when you told her that you had to do an operation, bodily operation, at the Andrews Memorial Hospital, that she took the day off.
She took the day off.
To come with you?
Yeah. So we were there. I remember it was an operation that they have to put me to sleep.
Yes.
So when I was in the room reflecting, I asked God, if because these things, these operation, you can sleep away.
Yes.
So I asked God to keep me through this one and I'll serve him.
Yes.
And I remember Pastor Wright from the Andrews Memorial came and prayed for me. And the operation was successful. After the operation, I called Pastor Wright and I said, I want to have a chat with you now.
Yes.
And he complimented me on my beautiful wife and so forth.
Yes.
And I said, I want to help me with my beautiful wife too. She's not speaking to me a bit. So I wanted to help me with
goodness.
Anyway, after the operation, everything was successful. I met with him a couple of days and it I poured everything to him. And Sandy didn't know all about that. So
pouring out?
No, that I'm meeting with.
Yeah. Yes.
So eventually I gave him Sandy's number and asked him to call Sandy, and they met and they spoke, and we both met and spoke with him. And from that, I remember I was home one Sunday, and I remember in about 2009 we got an invitation from Babbitt for the NFCM church. I will visit. So I said, Sandy, why we don't go at the church today? And Sandy said yes. And the rest is history. We went. I remember Sandy calling Bishop, which is you. You need to speak with my husband. Well,
reprimand.
Yeah, well, Bishop and I met and after, everything. But I must say, from the operation into the church and the commitment I made then, it was easy for me. With the type of word punching at you. When I say punching, it really punch you. And I absorb all those words and decided to give my life over to Christ. And since then I know that life is a roller coaster. But I can confess here that since then, it's not in a roller coaster anymore. It's an up. This marriage, there's no teeth in this marriage. This is gum. Pure gum in this marriage. No teeth. After that, I can confess to that.
Yes. That is beautiful. There's so much more that we have to delve into. But before Natalie we said we have to ask Sandy and see how you tell us. Because you responded as a gracious and nice wife.
Positively.
Yes. In that moment of his need, when everything was not going, let's say nice, to say the least.
Yes.
I don't know, can you say anything on that as to why where that heart came from? instead of saying, make the old nigga. You know, you were...
love Bobby.
Love for you.
I want to hear from Sandy. What was it, Sandy, that really give you that heart?
I think it might have something to do with my background, growing up as a child, and you know, you have your parents and you see how your mother worked with your father no matter what, you understand? When there's a need, you'll step up to it, and my mom would step up to it, and so I think that background helped me, you know, with my marriage, and at that time, I was able to use it, and said, yes, he needs me now, so I need to step up, you know, and which I did, and I have no regrets.
No regrets. You have seen the rewards.
Yes.
We will have to hold that to hear about the compensation.
Yes.
Natalie?
Yes, I really want to thank you so much for coming, Sandy and Joe. I really want to thank our viewers again for watching. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow all our social media platforms. Thanks to our sponsor, Matos Health and Fitness, our team, George Malcolm Walker and Damian De Aguilar, for the hard work behind the scenes. Thank you.
Join me next time.